Here we are, a band of storytellers, brand builders, and restless creatives, driven by a love for craftsmanship and obsessed with work that leaves a mark.
This is what you want your coffee to taste like.
We believe brands aren't just logos, they're lived experiences. So we're hitting the streets of Nashville to find the art, creativity, and business that's shaping culture from the ground up.
It smells so good in here.
Field Trip is an invitation to experience brands the way they're meant to be. We're here for the bold, the intentional, the unforgettable. This is Field Trip. Today on Field Trip, we're stepping inside Now and Then, a boundary-pushing Nashville coffee bar where craftsmanship meets ceremony. It might be Nashville's most thoughtfully crafted cup of coffee. All of this on a brand level, just the experience from connecting this to Aubrey just elevates them even more. Now and Then isn't your typical coffee stop. They scrapped the drive-thru for something radical, a 10-seat coffee Omakase experience. Founded by Demi and Davy in 2021, this intimate 10-seat multi-sensory coffee experience is something unlike anything else. Think rare, lab-sourced beans, slow pour rituals, and custom tools inspired by wine and Japanese tasting traditions. So what is the difference between a filter shot, pour over, so what are we doing there that's different?
So filter shot is our version of kind of drip coffee. It's just made using the espresso machine. So it's like a little bit heavier of a mouthfeel. Kind of lands somewhere between a pour over and like an Americano. But kind of that differentiating factor is the mouthfeel. Because of being brewed under a little bit of pressure, it kind of feels like drip coffee with cream in it, but it's just a black coffee preparation. So it's a little bit more intense. You don't get the same kind of nuance you would with that you would with like a pour over. So it depends on like what coffee you choose. Some coffees are more like floral, like with like delicate flavor notes. To get more of the nuance, I would do pour over. But you know, at the end of the day, it's up to you.
And when people are in this experience, are they doing more than one?
Typically,
doing one?
Most people do like maybe two. Sometimes three if you're really going for it. But
I may not finish them, but I want to try them.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if once we figure out what you want, we'll put them in the order and we serve them one at a time.
How long does it take to do all of them? Like, are we gonna? I don't want to.
How quickly you finish.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna finish them because that's 4 cups of coffee, and it's more like I want to taste them. Because the one thing about me is like cold coffee is like I've never found one I've liked.
Oh yeah, I mean a lot of people say that, but ours, she doesn't like cold coffee. Okay. This is the one that she's into.
I'm a very true barista. I don't like cold brew. I don't like iced coffee. I love what we're doing.
Yeah.
What's different about what you're doing if you're in that same boat as me where you don't like it but you're doing it and it's
the preparation. So it's a lot of like it's very like technique driven. So I personally really like iced pour overs, but we were trying to figure out how do we do that but be more consistent and a little bit more like I don't know, like change the mouthfeel a little bit because typically like with ice pour overs, they kind of feel like they're under a blanket of water, I guess. Kind of like a weird way to describe it. But once you try it, you'll be able to kind of feel like you'll be able to tell the mouth to feel difference. Okay. Essentially, we're steeping like a concentrate. Everything's made to order, so steeping concentrate, putting it over a measured amount of ice, and then shaking it until all the ice melts, and then it's served in like a chilled coupe. Okay. It's actually this guy.
Okay, I think we're gonna try them all. Yeah, we're gonna try them all. Demi and Dave guide every guest through fragrance, extraction, and subtle flavor arcs of each cup, priced anywhere between $8 to $50, and they even let you smell the grounds right before the brewing begins.
This is the One Pena Gesha. So really kind of floral, sunnily fruity in the back end. Think like white peach. It's really refreshing.
Dig in there.
This is cold.
Anti-ice coffee.
Here we go. Thank you.
Embrace the mustache. Yeah.
That is different than I thought it was going to taste. That is different than I thought it was going to taste. I've never taken that many sips of cold coffee, so we'll be right there. I'm willing to every time I taste cold coffee, I take a sip and I don't like it. This almost feels, it almost feels tea-like. It doesn't like feel like the traditional like cold brew or like it almost feels
all the time. Like the coffee's here, leave the expectations at the door, because once you like get into this like sort of caliber of coffee, it really doesn't taste like coffee. It tastes like tea.
We're dealing with something different. This doesn't like it almost is cold coffee has never felt refreshing to me. This almost feels like a refreshing drink versus a coffee drink. Like, I don't feel like I'm drinking coffee per se as much as I'm like, oh, this feels like some kind of interesting, refreshing drink that it's like a tea-like. I've never drank that much cold brew. Think about how you consume coffee right now. It's probably rushed, functional, maybe even mindless. Just a caffeine hit to power through your day. That's what you want. What you dreamed coffee would smell like, brewed, this is that. What every person dreams of smelling in the morning, or just smelling with coffee. Now and Then flips this model completely on its head, treating coffee not as a commodity, but as something worthy of your full attention. They're replacing our grab-and-go culture with a slow, deliberate experience that engages all your senses. Yes, 100%.
What do you got?
Gosh. It's like this fruit punch. It's like it's almost like I'm not smelling coffee grinds. If you would have been like, hey, there's no grinds in here, but I'm gonna put a little fruit juice in here and you smell it.
It's like this to me.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, this juice.
It does. Just like that amazing meal you still talk about years later, these folks believe your morning cup deserves the same level of respect, and surprisingly, people are lining up to prove them right. What is going on? You might think I'm joking and like I'm kidding. Like, my palate is freaking out. Behind every cup at Now and Then stands not just a barista, but a storyteller.
So much. We wanted to create a place that like people could just be, you know? When was the last time that you had a cup of coffee and you were just present?
Yeah.
You know, you weren't just on your phone or on your laptop working on maybe a spreadsheet or Teams or like some other bullshit, you know? I think like, dude, there's just so much. There's so much. I don't know how to answer this in a concise way.
What's fascinating is how they've borrowed elements from Japanese ceremonies and wine culture to elevate something we consume daily without a second thought. And this is just the beginning. They're already planning a brick and mortar that will unite coffee and wine under one thoughtfully designed roof. Why did you guys start it this way?
That's a loaded question.
Like, why did you do this way versus creating another craft coffee shop? Like, why did
For
you
the sake of change?
You just wanted to do it different?
Not just for the sake of being different, but I just don't think that we're going to get anywhere if we all keep doing the same thing. So we want to see change within the industry, within like the coffee industry as a whole. And so we wanted to present coffee in a way where we could communicate its true value for people and people would actually really understand. Because this is some of the best coffee in the world, but if I were to give this to you in a paper cup and then just send you off on your way, you wouldn't understand its value.
They're not just mechanically pumping out lattes. They'll tell you about the farm where your beans were grown, the specific processing methods used, and how to notice subtle flavor notes you might otherwise miss. It's like having a personal guide at a museum of taste, someone who helps you slow down long enough to actually experience what you're consuming.
You nailed it with like, this is what you want your coffee to taste like.
And maybe that's the real product they're selling, not just coffee, but a rare luxury of undivided attention in a distracted world. When we think about that holistic brand experience, the customer experience is such a critical part. And the way that Now and Then curates your time there, whether it's through the way that they present the menu to you, way that they present the different types of coffee, how they talk to you about each drink, they're inviting you into something no other coffee shop in the world that I've experienced is doing. And it's elevating coffee, but it also is showcasing an entire way an industry can show up. And from a holistic brand perspective, they're doing something so exciting. And it makes you wonder what other daily rituals are we rushing through that deserve this level of reverence?